Hey y'all, this is your host Elliot Barr, just bringing you the latest episode of Can I Kick It FC. On this episode of Can I Kick It FC, we talk about Violette AC, the Haitian club that pulled a historic upset against MLS club Austin FC. The first part of this episode, you're hearing from me, Chenier, and Sills talking about the history of the club, their importance, why that Austin matchup was so important and historic. And then the second half of the podcast, you're hearing from Jermaine talking to fellow supporters and club historians of Violette AC. So, before the episode starts, I just want to say thank you again to all our listeners and supporters. You can support the podcast by giving us a like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Can I Kick It FC. And with that being said, sit back and enjoy the episode. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of Can I Kick It FC, your number one podcast for all things Black history dealing in the soccer world. And today's podcast is pretty special. Really, this podcast got inspired because Austin FC decided to fall flat on their face to a team whose Wikipedia page just got made 5 days ago from when we're recording this. It's weird if you're hearing that part of you listening from it 10 years ago. But yeah, so pretty much Violette AC, a team from Haiti, upset Austin FC in the CONCACAF Champions League. Now, this game is being talked about as arguably one of the biggest upsets in international football history, just because of the sheer size of the team. You know, Violette FC hasn't played a game in 11 months. Domestic turmoil's going on. The league has been stopped. Austin FC kind of being bankrolled by MLS. You have Jerusi there, Reggaeton, a lot of big name players, and they kind of fall flat on their face with two legs. So, to join me on the show to talk about this is Sills and Chenier. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Doing well. A lot of sports on my TV right now, so I'm enjoying life.
It kind of feel that way for the month of March. March is always that month where things gonna get popular. Chenier, how are you, man? I know you were dying to get into this one.
Yes, I am. This was look, I had to, Simon Pep. At the end of the day, this was one of the highlights of my week. Just seeing a little club from my parents' home country make a splash in the CONCACAF Champions League was just wonderful. It just warmed my heart.
Yeah, most definitely. Like it warms a lot of people's heart. I know there's been a lot of discourse on Twitter about, how can you lose to teams this small, and they have the population size of your hometown. And for me personally, I never think that's a good rhetorical argument to have with someone, because population size means nothing. Right. Because if that was the case, China will be dominating world football.
Right.
And they're not. Chenier, you the one who put me onto it, man. Haitian football for the longest has always been discredited as this underdeveloped country when it comes to football, but they actually have a strong footballing heritage, right?
Oh, absolutely. In terms of sports popularity, soccer is the number one sport in Haiti. When you go to anywhere, supermarkets, barbershops, marketplaces, when people are talking about something other than politics, it's football, it's soccer. I can clearly remember a long time ago, back in 2002, when the World Cup was in South Korea and Japan. That summer, I had gone to Haiti to visit family, and the thing about Haiti is, of course, they're not going to be in the World Cup very often at all. The one time they were in the World Cup, we've talked about it. There's an episode about that Haitian national team that really made a splash in the World Cup. But since they haven't really been in the World Cup, they have kind of adopted a fanaticism for either the Brazil national team or the Argentine national team. I'd say if you take most Haitians, it's probably split 55-45 in favor of Brazil. I clearly remember in that World Cup when England played Brazil in the quarterfinal. A lot of people were touting that game as this should have been the World Cup finals for this year. It was at 2 o'clock in the morning because, South Korea and Japan. And literally, when Brazil won that game, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and Haitians literally had a carnival in the street in the middle of the night. So this country loves the sport. They love it. I clearly remember when Haiti had the heartbreaking earthquake that hit Haiti a few years ago. Harvard University had set up a fundraiser program to bring the youth Haitian national team to play against Harvard University's college men's team. And all proceeds um, went to support for Haitians who had suffered from that earthquake. The Harvard University Stadium was packed, full of Haitian diaspora who live in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is one of the biggest centers of Haitian diaspora. Grew up there. So this sport is big in Haiti. You have a lot of those kids on that youth national team and that I think it was like an under 23 who play for small clubs in Haiti who are, trying to make it playing the sport they love. And the passion that you see in a lot of these guys, a lot of these young players is wonderful to see. So you're coming from a country that may be small, that may have financial difficulties, political difficulties, and stability issues, but the passion for the game is strong, and I think it will always be.
Word. So real quick, this is the most information I can find on Violette AC at the time. So they were founded May 18, 1918. The Scenario, I'm pretty sure you're going to correct me on this. The Violette Tigre is their team nickname.
Les Vieux Tigres.
There we go. You was
yeah, that meaning the old Tigers.
Yeah.
Old
right.
Tigers.
When I do this audio, I'm just gonna slice out my way of saying it and just put so this is gonna work. So they, like we said, they probably pulled off the greatest upset in CONCACAF history, beating Austin FC over 2 legs. So this is some quick facts about the team. They were awarded a 1984 CONCACAF Champions Cup following disqualification of 2 teams who were planning to play a 2-leg series to determine a North American participant in the final. And then the club was relegated to the 2nd division in 2016 in the Haitian League. So since then, you might have heard a lot of discourse about the Haitian League not being in play anymore, which is true. Like, they haven't played a game in almost 11 months because of all the distress that's going on in Haiti. And then for the second leg, I know there's a lot of controversy on Twitter, right, Sills, about Violette not being able to play in the second leg because of visa issues. Now, of course, they got they cleared up, but they were bringing in players like from where FC Motown,
like Jersey, one of the Jersey clubs or something like that.
Hey, you know.
So truly, just like everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and they still pulled this off. I think that just adds to how impressive this is. They clearly have heritage, right? Like 1918, we don't have clubs at all in the U.S. and they've won a championship before, so it's not as if they don't have anything to pull from. And like Shanir said, like, it's the national sport. Like, they are a footballing nation more than we are. Yeah. But I think this stuff is always framed as like, who has money, who has investment, who has all of these things, right? And so we're automatically assumed to be the country that should win all of these games. But Yeah, I just don't think they set up very well, and some of that might be it's hard to scout them, right? Like there's not so much information. The league isn't stable. Like there are unknowns there. But yeah, the fact that they had to like basically go pull some dudes from lower leagues in the U.S. to play and then hold on. Yeah, that's just wild, man. That's wild. That's stuff we don't ever have to think about here.
No, it's not. It's something that you never have to think about. But I mean, like, and granted, there's other podcasts, and I'm pretty sure we've all seen it all over social media of how can Austin FC can lose to this little tiny club and them not addressing our name. If you want to go listen to those kind of podcasts, so be it. Here, we're gonna give all the honors and flowers to Violette AC and how wonderful they played. Like they went out there and did something that, like you said, Sills, is unimaginable to do. Like this is like Real Madrid going to like Iceland playing a team
when they
there.
got beat by Sheriffs, didn't they get beat by Sheriffs?
You're right. Matter of fact, that's a perfect analogy.
Exactly, that's the same thing.
But over two legs, over 2 legs.
Yeah. And then Sheriff can't go to Spain because 6 of their players aren't allowed in the country. Right. They're like, you want to play?
Right. Like, come on.
Right. And go in there and like hanging on. And I mean, guys, I guess there's an easy way how we can look at it is how MLS has kind of put all this money to, you got the DP players, you got all these guys, but we listened to some of the press conferences. One of the things that stood out to me was Josh Wolf talking about how we didn't properly respect this team. There were a lot of changes made in between. I think overall Austin made like 8 changes before the first game, and you could just tell like this is a VLS squad that from the day that game got announced, this is all they've been preparing for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All they've been preparing for.
And I mean, and they, like I said, they knew their opponent better than their opponent knew them. That's for sure. And I mean, they have the talent. They might not have the resources or the stability of league or things of that nature. But again, I don't think being in CONCACAF competitions is a foreign concept to teams from Haiti or elsewhere in the Caribbean. And I think in general, we don't respect a whole lot of football from the Caribbean nations or Central America, right? Like our focus is very much Mexico, United States, Canada. Like those are the 3 places where we pay attention. And so countries like Haiti with footballing traditions, get it going, right? Like we set up teams like Austin will sub off 6 players or make 10 changes or whatever they did, thinking that's a win, and then they can rotate and do all this stuff, and you just can't do that.
Yeah, no. It really just felt like the kind of thing where Austin felt as if we could put 11 guys on the field, a couple of academy players, and we'll be fine, And you can't. I think what Violette did so well in the first matchup was they just created a lot of mental mistakes for Austin FC and took advantage of it. And then the second leg, like we can go ahead and talk about it now. I think they were only bringing 8 players. I know it wasn't a high number, maybe like 12 players on their own, but they had to pick a lot of guys off of the street, and these are guys that aren't playing regularly right now because their season hasn't started, and how much chaos that throws into the mix is crazy.
Right, I think they were out of subs.
Yeah.
Like they bought the last sub in at the very end of the game, and they were out of subs. Like they didn't have any more players left. Dudes were holding on. Like that goalkeeper was hurt. They defended for their lives in that second leg because in many ways they had done the work of the first leg, and they just didn't have the players that they had when they played in Haiti. And so, just hats off to them. Heck of a coaching job. Like you said, they forced mistakes. Like they made Austin make mistakes, and they knew their opponent. They knew how to attack them, and they got the 3 goals they needed ultimately.
Right. Shanir, you was telling me yesterday, like your pops, like the amount of pride that he had in hearing that Violette pulled off this major upset. Like, I imagine for Haitian people, like it has to be like, yo, this is it. Like this is our version of March Madness.
Yeah. One thing is my father was a little disappointed because of the timing. because they literally just came back from Haiti. They'd spent a month in Haiti, my parents, and they just came back from Haiti. And they're like, if this had happened a week before, we would have been there in Haiti celebrating with the Haitian people with this upset. And I think they came back literally 3 days before that first leg.
Yeah.
Oh
man. And there was just so much pride. Just so much pride seeing a club from Haiti hang on like that and just never say die. And it's an eye opener for the rest of the world to realize that the gap between the small run of the mill teams and the ones at the top is shrinking, because and I can say it's because of the internet, because of streaming, because of different means to train that don't require money, that you're getting a lot of these smaller clubs that are having more talent, that are having more skills and better training, because the money is no longer required to gather the information to train them correctly. And so it's an eye opener for a lot of clubs to realize, hey, look, at the end of the day, the internet is the great equalizer. And right now, it's changing a lot of industries and a lot of the faces of a lot of industries, and soccer is one of them.
Word. And I mean that even translates to the women's side, right? Like, you have more pride in that the Haitian women qualified for the first time and had to play extra football to do it, and you have somebody like Melchi, right, going to the biggest club in women's football, right, next year in Lyon. So, and a lot of people looking at that Haitian squad and saying they might make some noise in this tournament. Now, they're in a hard group, but it's not really beyond the realm of possibilities, right, for them to get out. And they're so young that they kind of don't know they shouldn't. And they have a lot of talented players on that squad. And so I think just in general, Haitian football is on the rise. And boy, nobody will let you know who is Haitian more than Haitians. So they're lit right now. Right? Like, it's all over, right? Like, it's what they're talking about. There is a ton of pride, right? Haiti's not in the news for, unfortunately, a lot of good reasons. They should be more, but they're not. And so I think when you have moments like that, when you beat the Empire, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that all of us want to inspire with this podcast is not only talk about how great this victory is for Violette AC, but also just, changing the narrative of how we look at some of these teams. That's saying us in particular, like people out there of, when we're describing this team, just don't talk about it like, oh, you lost that Haitian team. Like, no, use their name. Or when we're talking about the Haitian national team, and the first thing shouldn't be just outright negativity about how the country's doing. What the country's doing is one thing, but how this team is doing, how these players are doing, and the feats they had to overcome, give them their proper respects. Say their names out there, I think those little things can go a long way into, showing how much pride there is in the Caribbean nations, and they're coming. I mean, like, if you look at the likes of like Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Curacao, Haiti, they're coming. These are all great footballing countries that don't have the money behind them necessarily, but you talk about some of the greatest and best players have come from these countries, man.
Truly. Like, I mean, we talk about it a lot on Shea Butter, right? Like, I know the narrative on the women's side is the world is catching up, but I'm like, no, they are, if they haven't already. Like, and I don't just mean the other big countries. I mean the Haitis, the Panamas, the Colombias coming, like, and particularly these black footballing nations, right? And these brown footballing nations that have been excluded for a myriad of reasons. Like, the time is now. They're here and they're exciting. They play a different kind of football that I think catches the eye and gets people invested, and they have incredible stories that we can't tell in the United States because it's a very exclusive sport, right? Like, and just being able to celebrate, like you said, all that they are doing well, right? These countries are often in the news for not great reasons, right? And that's part of how the narrative's been built, and football can change that, right? I think this is a beautiful story. You have a Violette who can change a narrative about a country and its people and what they value and how they play, and like, you can see who they are as people and how they play football. So I'm just really excited for this new era of football, right? And these countries coming right now to disrupt the order.
Right. Well, I think that's a beautiful way how to end the podcast on of just, if we want to change what most people think about it. So for Sills, Shanir, and myself, you got something, Shanir?
One last thing, just to put things into perspective for people. They say that, how can Austin lose to this small Haitian club? I need Americans to remember that one of the greatest strikers in your history is of Haitian descent. Josie Altidore is a Haitian. All right. I know that for fact because his brother actually goes to the same barbershop my dad does.
Well, his name is also Josie Altidore, so it's a pretty dang giveaway.
I think that's gonna be the perfect snippet how I'm gonna introduce this podcast to people. Like, Josie's a Haitian, so if he's good, they're good.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh man, but yeah, I think that's the perfect way how to end this podcast, y'all. So for Sills, Shanir, and myself, and for Jermaine, who's unfortunately not on the podcast tonight, we will holler at you guys next time. Always remember, you can check out more Can I Kick It FC episodes at 2 Cents FC or on YouTube at Can I Kick It FC. So for that, we will holler at you guys next time.
All right, welcome to the Can I Kick It FC podcast. I'm your co-host Jermaine, and today we are very excited to have on the show three aficionados of Haitian football, and specifically Violette AC, Carl Craig, a lifelong supporter of the club, Emmanuel Georges, a former player for Violette, and Chris Craig, the son of Carl Craig, another supporter of Violette as well. We're going to have a fun conversation about their experiences as supporters and former player of Violette, a little bit of history about Haitian football, and finally their experiences, their expectations rather, for the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Champions League. Gentlemen, how are you all doing today?
Okay, fine.
Excellent,
good,
excellent.
Good,
thank
good.
you.
No, thank you all again for joining me, right? So let's get right into it. Carl and Chris, let's start with you first. Can you talk to us about how and when you became supporters of Violette?
Well, do you allow me, Chris?
Yeah. I became a fan because of my dad, so I'll let him speak.
Okay, well, I'm going to be very candid to let you know that as I grew up in Haiti, I was a fan of Racine. I wasn't a fan of Violette. No offense, Mano, but that's the way.
Okay, go ahead. I know because Racine come from Violette.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. So, and I never saw Violette while I left Haiti in 1968. I never saw Violette, but like 10 years later, I went to Haiti for the carnival, and then there was a game of Violette against Aigle Noir, which was a classical in Haiti.
Yes.
And that was my first stop. Instead of going home, I went straight to the stadium, and I saw it played. And that time they beat Aigle Noir 1-0. I remember who scored the goal, and it was Vob. And the Vob family is like one of the biggest football family in Haiti. And that's when I became a fan of Violette. And of course, throughout the years, I had a lot of friends that in the same circle that everybody loved Violette. So it's not like I walked away from Racine, but as I grew older, I started to respect more the team like Violette, Racine, Victory. These are the three teams that really marked my football days before and after I left Haiti. But I know Mano was telling you that my brother and I used to play in the same teams that Mano used to play. Am I correct, Mano?
Yes. Well, I mean, with Greg, we went in from same school, Montplaisir, in Haiti.
Exactly.
When we were very little. Yes.
So Mano, can you talk a little bit about? Mano, can you talk a little bit about your time, just kind of your journey, playing soccer in Haiti, and how you became a professional footballer?
Yes, Haiti. For me, when I was little,
I was listening to, you may know that name, T Egg. He's a guy. They told you Michael Jordan when he jump in the air, he make 360. T Egg in Violette. This is what he was doing, and then they make a song with him. I mean about the greatest goalkeeper in Haiti in that time, which is Lacosade. Lacosade is a guy who kicked the ball from where he was to score a goal under the end. They saw Batters was doing it. The world was crazy about Batters in French, but I know, people in Haiti knew Lacosade. But this is what T Egg was doing when they cross the ball for Violette. T Egg jump in the air, pretend he's going to send the ball to the right corner, and Lacosta jump to the right corner. T make a 360, put it at the other side. And then from that time, carnival in the stadium. Lacosta made Lacosta. I was one of them. I was a little boy. I was jumping, hey. And then I become Violette friend. Hey, I remember in 1962, when I joined the third category in Violette, it was neighborhood, because I was living in Wikapwa, and then the Vobs was living in Rielwa. I mean, we are the family. I used to play with the Vobs in their house, in the backyard. This is where we learn how to kick the ball, how to fight, and do all the things kid does. Yeah. Then we make the third category. How we make the third category? Because the two brothers at Bob Barrett, if I told you about the Vobs, you see what color they are, black skin color. They went because they went to play for Racing. In that time, Racing got his office someplace in the Lola La Lu. I don't remember. Oso Blanco is a store where they used to sell meat, thing like that. And then when they get there, and the guy say, "Hey, what do you want, guys?" A little boy, 12 years old, they want to play soccer, and they went to the Racing office, and the guy chased them. They say, "We don't like mulat white people in Racing." They chased the boy cried, went home, and then their father sent him to Violette in Violette house. They received them. We make third category. Until then, this is history. And then these are those, the Vob came, the friend of Violette, because their father, mother, brother, the whole family, till when because I left Haiti in February 68, because I was playing for the national team.
Okay.
And then for the Violette, guys, I remember when we score a goal, the referee have to look at this, where the people stand, look at it to see if Lafontaine wants the job. If Lafontaine doesn't want the goal, he turns his back. That means the referee say no goal. And then we have to fight. And in 1967, 68, before I left Haiti, I was playing for the national team. It was, and then we beat everybody. Then Violette became champion in 1967, 68, which made Violette 50 years, because Violette create in May 15, 1918. Because they cannot put it in May 18, because May 18 is the flag, national flag. They have to put it in May 15.
Okay.
Yes. And then
sorry to interrupt, guys. I'm gonna just go off the camera really quickly here.
Yeah, no problem, Chris.
And also, just a quick backstory, just so you know, when he's referring to the Void family, that's like Haitian dynasty in Haiti right now. I mean, and generational. They played with them. I played with them. And they have younger players that are playing on the national team as well. So
okay.
When you hear Void, so just like the Etienne family also in Haiti now, the same thing, the Vore family. So
got you. Okay, so this is like a historic family in Haitian football history, and they had
correct.
kind of like an instrumental role in Violette.
Oh,
Correct.
yes.
So if you see the national team when they went to the World Cup, and you
Yeah.
see the light skinned player that played that he was referring to, that's Vore. So,
Got you. Okay.
I remember. I remember someplace they built the picture of the Haiti national team, and they put everybody in black, and they put one guy, they paint a statue in white. They got a white guy in the team.
So it's funny how things never change. But German, something that I think that's critical also, and Mano is too humble to say it, but let me tell you, I have to say that he's been one of the best player we had in that team, and of course the fact that he played in the national team, was a big thing. That's another reason why I'm very grateful that he took the time to come and speak with us, because what happened is that just like here, soccer, football in Haiti is a very small circle. It's a small circle in the sense that I'm talking to Mano, and then I had to call my brother to say, look, I'm talking to Mano because they grew up in Haiti. And I'm talking to another guy, and then he said, oh, I played with your brother, or I played with you. So there was some dynasty at the time in Haiti, in soccer, yes, and the Vogue family was one. But we had some fantastic coaches, and we cannot forget the coaches. We cannot forget about the support of the fans of each neighborhood, because everything was by neighborhoods.
Yes, indeed, it's true.
Okay, but this year, what makes the big difference, and why we appreciate what you are doing, German, is that Violette is in a situation where is lifting, how would I say, the challenges of the situation in Haiti, and then making it to the world scene with very, very limited resources, not only in terms of money, but in the political, the security, and all these things. And then you see like the Haitian women national team is going to go to the World Cup. So these are very powerful things. So, we're really happy that you took this initiative, because people need to know that sport is the type of thing that no matter what happens, it doesn't fall. And that gives hope to the young players that are coming after. That gives hope to the country itself, because even somebody's a fan, let's say, of Victoria or Racine, but when Violette goes on the world scene, it's Haiti that goes to the world scene. So everybody spending with them. And as I said, Manu is too bashful to say it, but he was one of the best we ever had. And then, beside that, as we grew up, it still stays in the circle. He's there with us today. And these are things that sport does to us. And in every country, people realize that how important sport is. But in the case of Haiti right now, it's huge what Violette is doing.
For sure, yeah, and that's I think that's the power of football, right? Particularly in places like the Caribbean and places like Haiti, football just has a power to kind of put things on an international level, right? Kind of bring an international attention, not only to the team but to the country itself. So can the both of you or all three of you talk about just some of the can you just give us some historical memorable moments of Haitian football, right? Whether it's on the national team, whether it's from Violette, what are some kind of memorable historic moments from Haitian football?
Well, which one you want? The good one or the bad one?
Both. How about that? Both.
Because
let's start with the good though. Let's start with the good.
The good one. Let's say right now, Haiti, the women Haiti qualified to go to the World Cup. And then I remember 1974, before we go to the World Cup, and then the world, most of the people from the world, the other countries say, where is Haiti? Who is Haiti? Where they come from? They thought about Tahiti. And then they look, and then they say, there it is. They don't expect us to be there. And they don't respect us. I mean, when the reporter was talking about how many goals we took, and then we did better than the team from Africa. because they gave us less goal than the team, and we score 1 goal. This is a lot of thing people when they are talking about Haiti, and then most of the time till now they are talking the bad thing about Haiti, and then for Violette, whew, uh, well, they got some time. We're going to play, and they close the gate. We cannot get in till we
Where
have
was
to
this?
break the. Yes, on the stadium. We have to break the door to get in. And sometimes we score a goal, the referee says no goal. Ain't nothing you can do. I remember I was, what, 15, 16 years old? Because I was small guy, but I'm not afraid of nobody. I was in the team, mark everybody. Where the ball is at, I'm there. Till one guy scored goals against Violet. And then they have a blackout. In that blackout, who was on the team on the stadium? Papa Doc. You know what I'm saying, Papa Doc? I mean, you don't know those things, guys. Maybe your dad will tell you about that. They had a silence in the stadium. If you are laughing, you keep your mouth open. If you are scratching your head, you keep your hand on your head with the blackout because Papa Doc is there. Otherwise, whatever you do, expect the Totomakot will kill you.
Wow.
Then
Wow.
we have to leave the stadium at 1 o'clock in the morning. Politely, silently, walk slowly, because we don't know if Papa Doc went home or if he's still in the stadium. And then we went, and then they called us to play the second half the next day. He says, impossible. He said, well, this is the Papa Doc team. You want to play or not? We say, yes, we want to play because you don't fool around with Papa Doc.
Right.
Hey.
So can the both of you talk about, just for our listeners who may not really know about Haitian politics and kind of Haitian history, can you just talk a little bit about who Papa Doc was and why he kind of elicited that type of reaction in the stadium?
Well, Manu, if you don't mind, let me just touch on that for a second. I
Yes.
just think very important. Before I address your questions, Germain. By the way, Germain is my family name. Okay, so I don't want you to forget that.
Okay.
That's my mother's maiden name. Okay.
Get out of here. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, so in 1950, I think, or 1952, the World Cup, the US was playing, and there is Joe Getchin that scored 1 goal for the US.
That's right.
Now, everybody knows that he was Haitian.
Now
people know it, but at the time nobody knew it. But the reason I brought him up, not because of what he did as a Haitian, represented the US. He scored goals against England, mighty England at the time. Okay, it still is. And but he came back to Haiti, and him and 2 of his brothers got killed by the Duvaliers. See, people don't really talk about this, but this is one of those things that they arrested him. I don't remember. I was too young to. I didn't know that the reason why he got. But I know his sister that always said that they killed three of her brothers, and Joe was one of them. So he disappeared by the Duvalier regime. So Haiti at that time, and Manu can tell you a lot more on that, but at that time, people were living in a constant state of fear. See, right now, the problems of Haiti is with the gangs and all that. So they are creating the type of violence that everybody's afraid of. But during Duvalier, the government was doing all the insecurity. They were really hurting the people and doing all the bad things. So these are 2 different situations. And I have to bring that again into context, whereas to say that football is the only thing that really keep us together. Really the only thing. I cannot think of anything else. Right now, Haiti, people are afraid of the gangs, but during the Duvalier regime and other regimes in Haiti, they were afraid of the government because these are the people that was doing all this. So it's one of those things that it would take years for us to explain. I mean, they wrote hundreds of books about these things. But basically, I have to say that somehow we always manage to to survive, to overcome these things. And right now, no matter how bad things get, I mean, there is a game of Violette coming up. You know, they can't even play in Haiti. So, you know, and that, of course, is affecting us. But guess what? We're not afraid. If we're going to play in the Dominican Republic, so be it. We're going to raise to the challenge. Yep. Right, Manu?
Yes. They got something right now. Okay, before I left Haiti, February 68, summer 68, something happened in in the field of what is the name of that field? I forget. Collet Saint-Pierre field is someplace.
Odeid.
No, Collet Saint-Pierre. Not Collet Saint-Pierre. Seminaire field.
Some field.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that time, they got Violette was playing against Racine. And then this is something people Vob, to me, he's my little brother. We grew up together since he was 12, I was 14. We grew up together. Same thing. Even he's married, his business, you know what? He's a matter of fact, I talk to him maybe 3 times a week. Right now he's in Miami. And then in that game, they had to fight. Joel, which is a younger brother of Philip, he was fighting one guy from Racing called Seo. Seo was much older than him. But Joel put him down 3 times. And then one guy, a player called Oba, went to take the fight from Seo. But in our team, we got a big guy also, Marc-Antoine. He take the fight from Joel, beat up Oba. Then those Makut take their gun, pay Adrien, get those guys from Violette, put them in someplace safe on that field. But in that time, Zupem was a trainer, was a coach of Racine. But if you guys, maybe you don't know about between Sunfield and Rexayat, it's about 10 minutes by car.
Right.
And then Pevo was standing there with Joel, Philip, and they was yelling because those guys from Makut, they got their gun. And then Zupem came back. He went back to the field for something. And then he found the situation. And then he stand up in front of those Makut, put Pevo and the kid behind him, walk away. And they went back home. About 8 or 9 o'clock. In that time, if you're standing in real war, or if you pull a bullet, the palace will hear you. In that time, in that night, all those guys, the Josma Valentin, all those Makut, they pass in real war, keep on shooting. Bam, 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 bam. Francois Duvalier say, what's going on? Who's attacking us? He's afraid. He was ready to run away. He was a coward too, He was, and then the shooting stopped. The next day, he tried to find out what's going on. He called Pierre Biombi and to find out what's going on. And they said, well, there it is, blah, 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 blah. And then they called, Francois Duvalier went downstairs, called all those guys who were shooting. And then he said, you tell me the white men in Haiti doesn't want to play with you. You tell me, and then they hate you. And then now they come to play with you. And then you want to kill them. All of you go to ask the verb some excuses. And it's what they went and then do excuses and then they went back. But this is history. Because when people was reading the book, I tell them, you have to put that in the book. He said, no, you can't do it. Because in that time, the light-skinned people stopped leaving Haiti for persecution. They stopped that. And then the guy from one Syrian girl called Accra, You may hear about his name. He used to sell François Duvalier uniform for the police, but François Duvalier don't have money to pay Accra. Don't forget, guys, your car, a brand new car in Haiti in that time, is $2,000. Ask your grandpa and he will tell you $2,000. But it's very difficult to find $2,000 to buy a car, and then the bank would lend you that money. People look at cars, you can cut on your finger. And then Accra, Duvalier cannot pay Accra. What Accra did, he went to but he can take those things from the custom, from the douane, thing like that. And then he get all the Syrian. He took that stuff for them from the douane. And they complain about it. They went to Papa Doc. Well, forget it, guys. When Accra got the money, we'll pay. Who did that? This is soccer. Because the Verb was playing soccer in the stadium, they got the fight, and then François Duvalier know about it, and then he said, "Don't stop, stop, give people trouble," and then start getting they got the name Kuri. He came from Miragwan, my one town, and then he keep on running this big motorcycle. All those things come from soccer.
So, Jermaine, I don't see what really Manu is as experience is that everything that's going on with the politics, with the economics, because the name of a lot of people, this is for the people that don't know much about Haiti. Let me just enlighten you on that. The names that is mentioned, and so on and so forth, these are the people, they are the economic power in Haiti. And this is still the case today, whereas the economic power, they join with the political power to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do. But somehow, soccer sports is always like the catalyst that prevents a total fiasco, because nobody wants to lose that. So soccer has also been a catalyst that not only bring people together, but that solidified things as well. Of course, there are a lot of problems. Of course, there is a lot of people that are very selfish in all this approach. But if people know of this experience, that again, I'm very grateful that you're bringing this to the surface, people will understand that Haiti is really, truly a special country. And then we do have a lot to offer in the world of sport, just like we do with the arts, just like we do with music. And if politically we are weak, it's not because of the soccer players, it's not because of the artists. So, it come from somewhere. But now the things that we have going for us, for example, like right now, right this moment, it's soccer, it is Violette, it is the Haitian women national team. Okay?
For sure.
One little thing on a personal level, I can tell you, one of the greatest moments in Haiti, that's when, and Manu mentioned that when Haiti went to play in Munich, for the World Cup, at the time there was teams that classified. And Manu, excuse me, if I remember correctly, there was another goal that Manu Sano scored against Argentina. So they scored 2 goals.
Yes,
okay. So they scored against Italy after Zoff did not get scored against him for 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
But personally, at the time I was in the Air Force, and I had no idea that all this thing was going on. When I was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the greatest moment in Haitian history, I missed it because I was in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh, not Mississippi.
Yeah. So, and only after that I've heard that Manu Sano scored and then Haiti scored against Dinosaur. But let me tell you what's interesting in all this. I was playing for the Kistler Air Force Base soccer team. And then we won the World Cup. We won the Gulf Coast League, being undefeated, and I scored 9 goals. So at that moment I was enjoying myself at my level, but I missed the biggest thing in history for Haiti. So that's the story on the side,
For sure. No, I love that. Yeah, I love that history. Mano, do you want to add anything?
The thing is, when I came here in 1968, I came with a green card, and then they got a Jewish team I was playing for. Those guys, they love me so much. For some reason, something else. I don't think it will be possible. They guy give me my green card in 3 months.
That's good.
3 months. I mean, in 1972. I don't say I was a good player, but I was. The newspaper was talking about me. In 1970, I'm not saying Asian because Joe Getchins was the first Asian who played for the USA national team when he beat England 1-0 in Soldier Stadium in Chicago. Mm-hmm. But I was the first black guy. Black. I mean, ask your dad in 1972, the time of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all those guys like that. This is a place where they say this is for white, this is for black. I was playing for the national team. I don't care if it was green, black, green. I went right in because they nothing they can do for me because I was a soccer player for USA national team.
That's right.
And then they got one guy, Shep Messing. He's still working for the Shep Messing was my goalie.
Yep.
And then after the game, we began. I didn't have a question of white and black because I was a soccer player. And as a nation, guys from Violette, I have to fight for everything I get because they don't give you nothing. That's for that reason, kid these days, you try to tell them in school. This is what Violette taught me when I was built. Because the guy who was a player in Violette, because Violette born in 1918 in Bel Air. Okay. Because this is Bel Air, this is where most of the people live in that time. Because you got your business, your store in town. You were 2 blocks. You came in Bel Air. After that, they moved to Paco, Boudon, things like that. But this is where Violette born. Because how Violette get that name is because a lot of young guys, they went to Jeremy. Okay. And then they see, because soccer, the first place in Haiti where soccer plays, it was Lekai. And then when those guys went to Jeremy playing soccer, they say the team was rose, lilac, all those colored flowers. And when they went back to Port-au-Prince, they want to build a team. They went to give him the name of the flower, which is violet, which is a blue. Okay. This is where the violet comes. And then they want to be bad, mean where they are playing, not fighting for somebody. And then they got an animal which is more dangerous in the forest, which is a tiger. This is what they put for our emblem, a tiger.
Okay, gotcha.
That's very good. And I always wondered about that name, Violette. But
yes.
So whenever I think of Violette, I think of a flower now. Is that?
Yes, because
that's great.
I thought it was the color because being an artist myself, I paint. So violet to me, it's a color. It's like purple. So flower. Okay.
And then this is the reason when you may heard about Violette was a mulat team. This is not true. We had some mulat in the team, but it wasn't a light skin mulat. It was in between. But the light skin Violette, they were in 2nd division. There was the reserve. As they cannot play, they say, well, let's go to make another team. And they go to build racing. With the violet, blue and white, they take the white out. They take with the yellow. Yellow in color, that means I'm your friend today. I'm not your friend anymore tomorrow. This is for the they put violet, blue and yellow. And then they want to put the animal also, they put a lion. But they thought lion is worse than the tiger, which is not true. The tiger is bigger. the tiger always is bigger than the lion. Is more famous than the lion.
So
you're saying
with
Yes.
is what you call la petite histoire in Haiti, which means that the little history, the things that you will not find in any books, and Manu is giving it to us, perfectly.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So you're saying that Racine started from
Violette.
from the B team of Violette.
Yes. And then after 5 years in 1923, and then the worst thing, the first game, Racine beat Violette 1-0. And until then, this is fight all the time, not facing fight. When you are talking in Violette against Racine, As a matter of fact, we got a fanatic of Violette. He never. If you gave him a yellow shirt, a poor guy, he won't take it. If you give him a yellow shirt, he won't take it till he dies.
It's that serious.
Yes.
And so just to be clear, you were saying that the yellow represents this idea that I'll be your friend today, but not be your friend tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like you are in politic group, and then we try to build something. One guy take the messenger we got from us and go to give it to the enemy.
It's like treason.
Treason.
Okay.
The yellow means treason.
Okay,
I mean, if you go to Haiti, they got a flower called sunflower. It's yellow.
Right.
The sunflower, when the sun is at less, it faces the sun. The sun keep on turning. He left where he was. He followed the sun. He go to the west.
That's fascinating.
Yes, this is treason.
That is so fascinating. I mean, of course. I mean, sunflowers, they follow the sun, right? But
Yes.
I just never thought to associate the color of the flower. That's how it gets this whole association with treason. That's
why for having Haitians coming to your show.
That's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Wow. All right. So just to kind of backtrack, you were about the history of Violette, because I want to kind of jump to the kind of contemporary moment. But you were saying that the Violette team, when it first started, it was a group of mulatto players, or not a group of mulatto players?
Half.
Okay. And then the B team was more of the white.
It's mulat. It's a mulat. It's a matter of fact, they had German who played for in racing. They had Unibank. The president is Carl Brown. His grandfather was playing in racing.
Okay.
Which is German. He's German. And then they got. You have to think in for the world 1945.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of German, lot of European left their country, go to live in Haiti.
Sure,
the Berman, as a matter of fact, one of the Berman married the Asian guy from Miraguan, my own town, Claude Duval.
Right.
And this is a lot of things we got from soccer, because we don't have a guy who tell us the history about Haiti, about soccer in Haiti.
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, I really appreciate both of you coming on and really kind of shedding some beautiful history about the game in Haiti and Violette specifically. So how are you all feeling about Violette's performance in the Champions League? How are you feeling about the quarterfinals coming up on April 2nd? Any expectations? Any predictions? On how the team will do?
Well, one thing you have to understand, Violette went to beat Austin. Austin was the champion of MISL. We got a lot of professional team, because in Haiti, Violette practice 3 times a week, sometimes 2 times a week, because those they cannot go out.
Right.
They're afraid to go out, things like that. And then we have, by luck, one guy, the president of Violette, Rinald Zirek. Oh boy. When I try to talk to him, he said he loves Violette. I said, what do you mean you love Violette? He said, the way you are. He said, Mano, you are one guy who make me love Violette more. I said, what you talking about, nigga? He said, what man, you know? He said, no, the way you talk with the player. I said, shit, I talk to them like you talk to a player. Because he got a son who was playing for Violette. But the guy is a Millard guy. I said, hey, man, hold it. You are in Violette. If somebody kick you, you kick back. If somebody punch you, you punch back. Otherwise, take your clothes out. Don't put it on. The guy put his clothes on and then he went to the field. His father, Reynald, I mean, he got some dough in his pocket. He come and hug me. I said, who the hell is he? I don't know the guy. He said, he's my son. The way you talk to him, I wish I can talk to him like that. I said, what happened? You're not Haitian? The guy's not Haitian, he won't understand you? He said, yes, but the way you are talking. I said, oh man, please. The guy, he want to stay in Haiti. And then he said, well, Dad, I want to go back to school. He went back to school and go to college. I said, your dad is not going to pay for you for the college. The way you are playing, you have to get the scholarship. And I say, I can pay it. I say, you're not going to pay it. You put too much money in Violette already. Mm-hmm. It's a little thing we can do for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't forget, guys, for Violette to go to Dominican Republic, you have to go with 12 players.
That's right.
12 players to get visa. The one doctor and 12 because the doctor got his visa from United States already. You don't have the problem.
And Mano, you were saying that they only were able to practice 2 or 3 days a week because of the
three times a week. No day, three times a week.
Sorry, 3 times a week. Right. Because of the political situation.
Yeah, not political, but it's really the security,
the security. Yeah.
But Germany, if you don't mind, let me just
please.
What happened is that when I look at the game, the last game against Austin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see what happened first. It's like the news spread like wildfire that Violette. It's like nobody knew that. Some people didn't even know that Violette was the champ of the Caribbean.
Yes.
So the fact that they went to this playing against Austin and the news went like wildfire. So at that point, there was no more people from Racine or from Victoria or from Egno. Everybody's Violette. But you know what? What really angers some of us? Some people just don't bother to look at it because they said, I can take care of that injustice that Haiti faces at every level. Some people react that way, but there are others like Manu, like myself, like a lot of other people that used to play soccer that are believers in the sport. When I look at the guys, I don't even think that it's only 13 guys they have to play. I see 11 men on the field that's giving everything they have. I see the guys that have skills that you find. I mean, you don't find those ball control in all countries in the world. Only a few countries, and Haiti is one of them. Yeah. And I'm saying Brazil is one of them. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that Italy is one of them. So you can compare the level of the Haitian players as far as techniques, as far as the love for the game. I guess everybody has the love, but in terms of the physical aspect, their heart that they put into the game, you don't find that anywhere else. So now to have the nerves to go on the world scene with 13 players, some people will not even think about it. But Haiti,
13 players. They take 2 from the street. Exactly. The 2 guys from Violette, they are on Violette, but he wasn't in the practice. But they got the visa and they said, let's go. They put him on the bench.
That says a lot about the resilience of Haitians.
Can I add to that, guys?
I'm sorry?
Can you guys hear me? Can I add to that?
Yeah, Chris, go ahead.
Can I add to that?
Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is that remember also, I mean, the team wasn't playing in Haiti, but they were playing right over the border in Santo Domingo and in Santiago, where there's a lot of Haitians, and it was almost sold out with pretty much all.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that also. So that support spilled over from Haiti to the DR.
That's right.
That my dad talking about. So it was like
right.
For them. And then by To be fair, everybody was shocked that they beat an MLS team, but as Manu was saying, this is an old team. They've been around a long time. Austin's only been around 3 years, so
That's
go
right.
figure.
That's
Who
right.
has more trophies?
Okay,
that's right.
one thing.
So I don't know why
Excuse
everybody.
me. No, excuse me. A professional team, it may be 1 week is strong. Amateur team maybe 50 years, 100 years is weaker because when you are professional, you've been playing in your country, different country, in shape, in good technique, good money, everything like that. You cannot compare it to amateur team because the guy from Violette, the president of Violette, every day as a God, give us 150 million Haitian like that on everything. He pays the players 12 months a year.
Wow.
They don't have soccer in Haiti. He pay them 12 months. And then for Christmas, he give them a bonus. For that reason, 99.9 of Asian soccer players, all of them want to come to play in Violet. It's the only way they get paid.
Wow. And that's from the president himself.
Yes. The president is crazy. I told him, Renal, you crazy. He said, well, it's better like that because he got the money. And then he's thing like that for us. Something myself. I'm happy and then I'm great from Violet for I used to play soccer. When Haiti is no good, I went to Cité Soleil by myself in my car. When I get there, people raise me, hey, coach. I went to, I'm in different places. And then nobody do nothing to me because I was in soccer. As a matter of fact, when I came here for my knee operation, the doctor who operated me, he knew me by picture because he got a picture of the national team from USA national team because he loved Shep Messing. And then he said, the black guy was you? The guy make an operation. After 3 weeks, 1 month, he gave me my cane and I walk. I don't walk fast because I got the operation in November. The end of my birthday was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I was dancing with my family. Wow. Because of soccer.
Wow.
And in Violet also, guys, I got players from all over Haiti. When they came in Violet, from Ocap, Saint Mark, all those things, they said they thought they know about, they thought they know about soccer. Is when they came to Violet and we teach them what is soccer, how you comport yourself outside the field because you are a human. Because the guy you go to play against is your competitor, is your enemy, is your competitor today. After 5 years, it still will be your friend. Like Mario Leon, you met he used to kill me on the field. We used to fight, but every time we see this day, we hug yourself. We hug. Same thing with Plantain, the Plantain Goldelato. He was in Aigle Noir, fist fight on the field. But now, if you see me with him, like brothers, this is what they teach us in soccer, in Violet, especially Violet. Because before you play, we go to play Marichal Mitron, Pervob, Max Aurelio Joseph, G. Plessis, all those guys like that. They get you, they are the meeting saying, this is what you're going to do. This is Violet. We're going to play. They wash your brain, say you are a human. You go to play, you may make a mistake, and then you can correct it. Which is way different than the team, especially like Crescent. When we're going to play against Violet, he said, kill the. Look at me. They told me I'm a mulat. I'm a white man. They want to kill me.
They call it Rouge in Haiti.
Yes. And then this is something I always repeat. System of foot of soccer. We used to play 4 defender, 2 midfielder, and 4 forwards.
like Brazil.
A 4-2-4, yeah, like Brazil, yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Yes, but people people see Brazil in 1970 play 4-3-3 in 1970, and everybody want to play 4-3-3. But I told them, guys, we used to play. I play for 4-3-3 because everybody when we are playing, they want to kill people on the field. They want to kill him. And as my friend, I said, no. Because I used to play left wing. When I lose the ball, I came in midfield to help people, which is 4-3-3. This is what we used to play in Haiti in 1966, 65. But people see it, the world see it in 1970 when Brazil came champion by beating Italy, and the world playing 4-3-3. I said, no. When in Violette, we used to play that before.
So what you're saying is that everyone credits Brazil for introducing on the international stage system. The 4-3-3. But what you're saying is that Violette was playing that 4 or 5 years earlier.
In 1965. 1965.
1965. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know that there's a strong connection between Haiti and Brazil in terms of football, right?
Bigger than you can imagine.
Yeah, for me, we used to play. I used to play for semi-pro in New Jersey. It's a German team, but they got couple Italian in the team. They got Brazilian, but the Brazilian, every time they see me, they say, "Oh," and then we connect together. We don't kick the ball out like the British did. We pass the ball. We play with the ball.
That's right.
And every time, they say, "Well, this is just Brazilian." I said, "No, I'm Asian." It's the same thing. Same.
That's right.
And you know what I mean?
Jermaine, probably my dad won't say it or brag, but he was an integral part about bringing Brazil to play in Haiti back in, what was it, 2005, right, Pop? 2004?
Yeah, 2004 actually.
2004. Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, all the big boys came.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yes. Yep. The stadium was full. The stadium was full since 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Well,
I can imagine.
I mean, that can be a whole show in itself. But there's one thing that I say. One thing that I have to say is that, first of all, the Prime Minister was meeting with President Lula, and Lula asked the Prime Minister, "What can we give Haiti for its 200th anniversary for the independence?"
Yes.
And the Prime Minister said, "Bring Brazil in Haiti." Now, a couple of things we have to remember. At the time, the group that was bringing orders in security in Haiti, the major portion were Brazilian. So there are Brazilians that came to Haiti that never saw their national team play live. So there, all these guys, they wanted to see Brazil. Okay, that's one. The second thing again is that you used to pay Brazil at the time something like $7 or $9 million to come and play. Brazil spent $14 million to come and play in Haiti. So that's at the government. Now, at the players level now, because a lot of guys like Ronaldinho and Ronaldo, they were playing in Barcelona, and Roberto Carlos playing for Real and all these guys, right? So at one time, their club didn't want them to come and play in Haiti. And some of them, they turned off their phone so they could not be reached, because that's how bad they wanted to come.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Because it goes for the game of... Okay. So, and then now that's on the team side. Now on the Haitian side now, after we built the field for the stadium, they wanted to bring the players down in helicopters from Santo Domingo straight to Port-au-Prince, and we said no. We just paid so many, like I think we paid like some $100,000 to make that field. We're not going to spoil it with helicopters. So
yes,
we agreed to bring them to the airport, and then there was a convoy from the airport to the stadium. Now it's something that you have to see. If you go on Facebook, you look at
armored car,
yeah, exactly.
Armored car, okay.
Yeah. If you go, you look at on YouTube, Game of Peace, you'd see what I'm talking about. From the airport until the stadium, you had over 1 million people in the streets, side by side, running before, after, and next to the because it was something. So there's always that special connection between Haitian and Brazilian, just like between Haitian and Cuban. And these are very, very strong ties. And that's things that's been going for. You know, Brazil is with the soccer and Cuba is with the music. And, you know, there are other ties like French, you know, the French language and blah, blah, blah. So Haiti is, in a sense, very international. And that's the story of Haiti needs to be told. And Germain, that's why we really appreciate what you are doing. It's not only about Haiti. It's about Violette. It's about the game. It's about the game. It's about sport. And that has all its importance. And then we see a lot of
for the culture.
Yes, and we see a lot of us are doing here. And it's because we have the tenacity, we have the resilience to keep on doing things naturally. Just like Emmanuel was saying earlier, when you're on the field, we don't know that it's black or white.
Nope.
You know, we play soccer.
That's right.
And nothing is stronger than that. Nothing is stronger than that.
That's right. That's right.
Sports.
Well, you know, I think that's a fantastic and very profound way to end this conversation. I mean, all three of you just gave incredible insight into the history of Haitian football, into the history of the Haitian national team, to the beautiful history of Violette. You just kind of, you know, made me like more of a fan of the team, right, than I already was. And so, you know, we're definitely looking forward to the quarterfinal match. I believe it's against Club Leon, I believe, out of Mexico.
Yes, right? Mexican team, yes.
Yeah. So,
and Mexico is always rivalry, so have no fear.
No, it should be a great game. It should be a really great game, you know. Yeah.
But one thing also, the problem is how many players they will have visa to go to Dominican Republic.
To Mexico.
The first game in Dominican Republic, they give only 12 players visa. Dominican Republic, they don't want. You see, this is a lot of things going on because Violette play a lot of game. Dominican Republic want to be something, they call Violette to play. And then Violette they go take the plane, go to Dominican Republic and play. But now Violette want to play the national team, want to play a team to qualify. And then they give only 12 players the visa. They try to boycott it.
But also remember, we just got to call a spade, though, guys. Remember, they don't get the visas because they're also afraid of them defecting, which they have done historically.
Dominican Republic is not United States.
Anybody to
Dominican Republic. No, man.
They almost had a full squad in Dominican Republic, but to travel when they went to Austin, that's when they had like 14 players, 12 players, something like that. So to go to Mexico, it might be the same issue, but to play in DR,
yes,
it's not an issue. But again, now remember that you had players that defected, so they're not there anymore.
I know. I know. They can defect from United States. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm saying you don't want to give them the visa to go to Dominican Republic. No, it's someplace. Myself, when I go there, if I pass by in my car, you know, for God, you know, I curse them because the police, you know, they always ask you money, they always ask you shoes, or your shirt, thing like that. They don't piece up nothing. The Dominican people. I don't like them. I never like them. Seeing the history, how they kill those of million of people, by shooting. No. There's those people, they're too lazy. I'm not there to talk about them. Anyway, I hope Violette got something better to do, because when they go to play with Lion, it won't be easy, because that team from Mexico, because when you finish to play, let's say you qualify, you beat them. Now you go to play for maybe another higher team, but it's good for Violette to participate.
I believe those things make us stronger. Okay.
Oh, so yes.
It makes us stronger, and the name of the game is no fear. No fear. Resilience. We're gonna keep at it until things change. But for now, that's what we have, and that's what we're gonna use, and that's what's gonna make us move forward. I mean, I'm looking at the players of Violette. I was very proud to see them, the way they're playing, their tactics, their ball control, their togetherness. It's
yes.
Kids can look at.
They have a very good team.
Yeah, they can
Absolutely.
Look at. Anyways, Joe, man, I see that we're keeping you forever, man. I mean,
no. This is incredible. No. This is incredible. This is incredible.
Take us seeing three fanatics of soccer to talk about soccer. I mean,
4 fanatics. Jermaine is just as big a fanatic, by the way, Pop.
Yes.
No, I said Jermaine is just as much as a fanatic as well, and you already know what he's done with Little Haiti FC, and he always supports. He always supports the culture.
When I met him on the field with the Little Haiti Soccer Club, and I never forget this. Jermaine is not somebody that you forget very easy. Right?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I must say that I'm one of 4 or 5 co-hosts for this podcast. And so the other co-hosts, Silves, Yogi, Chenier, they recorded kind of a separate section of this. So they're kind of talking about the game itself, the Austin FC and the Violette game. And so we're going to add this interview to that first section. So it'll be a whole kind of project around Violette and their Champions League journey. So hopefully
let us know when we can see a copy of it.
Absolutely. As soon as it's published, we'll get it out to you all, So thank you all again. We really, really appreciate it. Mano, Carl, Chris, thank you again for just dropping some serious knowledge. We really appreciate it. And hopefully Violette can take it all the way to the finals.
Yeah, we hope so. Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure to meet you. And then we hope that we see you again. We talk again.
Okay,
yes, absolutely.
Tell him that I thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.
All right, take care, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.